he's trying to seize control of it again.
He wants to be president 2028, I think.
I agree with you.
He needs the mind control, and he's realizing what's not working, and he's trying to reassert something to work.
I agree with you about lately he's trying to remake, his image and stuff, because I think that he's really damaged after COVID and after a lot of the quote unquote woke policies that California's had. But I would say that, like, prior to maybe the past year, he was very much in lockstep with the average Democrat and very progressive Democrat. I mean,
he'd be a great guest too. I know he's super busy and stuff, but like, I wonder if he, as the walls started to fall around Kamala, if he just realized this imperial Democratic organism is insane. If he just shocked him awake.
I think he's realizing that his support has to come from a different avenue, because he saw exactly what happened and how Kamala spent over $1 billion and still lost the election. And he's realizing that if he does want to make a future presidential run, like he's obviously not stupid. So he's kind of just realizing that, okay, in order to make plans for the future and be successful in it, he's going to have to step into this arena. And so he had that podcast with Charlie Kirk in trying to open that door and then show that Democrats can be cool too, right? They can be part of that crowd and move on from the old legacy to change their image from what they have been to this new sphere of media.
It didn't work, though. The whole narrative is, look at Gavin Newsom pretending to not be woke, right? So he was hoping the narrative was going to be, oh, wow, Gavin Newsom's moderate, but who believes that? The progressives are attacking him because he attacked progressives, because he agreed with Charlie Kirk. They're saying, I don't care, whatever he said, he promoted Charlie Kirk. He's persona non grata. And everybody on the right is like, yeah, we don't believe you, Gavin. Nice try. There is no future for this guy, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, he may run for office, but he's not convincing regular people that he's not a psychopath. He's going to burn Democrat bridges at the same time. This dude is going to run in the Democrat primary in 28, and he's going to get 13%.
Do you think it'll be that low, huh?
Well, I'm kind of being a dick when I say 13, but it's going to be low. And it's going to be because he's being attacked. He's going to be attacked from two fronts. The right is going to go after him and say, this guy's smarmy. And the left is going to say, this guy's smarmy. This is the problem Democrats have had over the past decade. They know that if they go up against the progressive sect, they lose 10 points. And maybe they can win 30% with the existing moderate Democrat base, but 30% doesn't get you over the line unless you've got like a four-way race, which ain't happening anytime soon. So now Gavin Newsom is like, we've got to moderate. We need to pull the party closer to the center if we want to start attracting people. So what happens? Sits down with Charlie Kirk, plans his podcast. Everyone on the right immediately is like, nice try, Gavin. We know what you're doing. And then the left goes, I can't believe you would say those things about trans people.
Yeah, he said
so
that
he's lost.
There's a lack of fairness with men and women's sports, I think. I didn't see that part of the interview, but that's what I heard he said.
The most plain thing you could possibly say is it just acknowledge biological reality and say that it's not fair, and he's getting torched for it.
It was a great moment because he was like, Charlie, what do I do? What should I do? Like, he was basically prostrating himself to Charlie Kirk, like, how can I win? And Charlie's like, you got to say that it's not cool to have men and women's sports. And then I guess he did. And he was like, yeah, it's not fair. That's the point of the video where I hit the stop button.
And now he's getting attacked by progressives. So he's going to end up with no one on the right supporting him. He's going to get very few moderate liberal types. Maybe he gets all of them. But again, 30%.
It's an inevitable shattering of the Democratic Party unless the money tries to hold it together.
That's good.
Like if the funding just is like, listen, we're not going to let this thing break. We're just going to keep pumping it up like foie gras and just disgusting tube feed this thing. That's like a baby duck that you tube feed, by the way, to get its liver all fatty before you eat it. It's pretty gross.
Well, not baby, regular duck.
Regular duck?
Yeah.
Foie gras?
Or goose. Or goose.
Thank you.
They got a big metal tube and they grab it by the throat and they jam it into its throat and they pump it full of corn and oil.
So that's what the liberal economic order has been doing to the United States and Democratic Party for about 50 years.
I agree with that.
So maybe they'll keep trying that, but I think like culturally it's destined for a shattering and like a regrouping.
So I think the money would go to people like Newsom. I think that Newsom is charismatic and has enough. And not that I in any way agree with his policies or anything, but I think that he's charismatic enough and good looking enough where the rank and file donor, the millionaires and billionaires that actually spend money on Democrat Democrat races. I think that they would give him the money. I don't think the money will go to the progressives because the progressives want things like, they want to tax billionaires out of existence, and they will end up going after millionaires. And they don't like rich people at all. They think that every billionaire is a policy error, and they want to expropriate property, and they want to have price controls, and they want to have all kinds of control over your private life and personal property and stuff. And I think that that's really unpopular with the people that have money because they don't want to have that. They don't want government to have that kind of control over their lives. So I don't think the Democrats are going to have the progressives leading at the end of the day. I think it's going to be the regular
Indeed.
liberals.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.